Giorgio Mario,
Cardinal of the Holy Roman Church, Bergoglio.
The collective gasp was due to the surprise. Almost everyone was caught off guard by the naming of Cardinal Jorge Bergoglio of Argentina as the next pope.
It was very stunning to me. I mean, I heard Cardinal Bergoglio's name mentioned a few times, but never really seriously. It's kind of off the radar, and so I got to go home and do some homework and see who my new boss is.
He is, some who know him say, a very simple man, not caught up in the pomp and circumstance that came with his title of cardinal.
He's a very humble person. Everybody in Argentina knows that. He doesn't use car. He used the metro, the subway.
Before the bishop blesses you, I ask that you pray to the Lord so that he blesses me.
And after the newly named Pope Francis spoke, it was clear he had won the crowd over.
It's so touching, you know. He said, you know, before he left, pray for me, good night and sleep well. And it's incredible, isn't it?
What was also clear, though, is that many of the Pope's new followers have big expectations of him.
And it's a big deal for me as a Cuban American because Cuba has been a Catholic country, but a communist country for 55 years. So we need to get rid of the tyranny, and hopefully this Pope will do what Pope John Paul did for Eastern Europe. God willing.
Meantime, local masses this morning being held to celebrate Pope Francis.
Fox 5's Matt Johnson is live at Cathedral Catholic High School with a look at the events there. Matt?
Yes, good morning. Well, we're here in St. Therese Chapel, and this is just where the Mass wrapped up just not too long ago. A lot of school teachers and students were in here. They were praying for the new Pope, Pope Francis. And I have Fr.Martin Latiff from Argentina, originally your home country, and you led the service this morning. So just talk to me first off about your thoughts. The Pope is from your home country.
Well, that's very exciting, really. When I saw him coming out of the balcony, I couldn't believe it. Certainly, I'm very excited. You know, she's from my own hometown, and now when people will ask me where your accent is from, I would say from Argentina, and I would say, well, just like the Pope, you know. So I'm very excited, first of all, and then in the service, I really spoke about different things about his life, right? First of all, him being like a guide for us as Catholics. I give the example of, you know, he's a lighthouse, right? Like the one that's in Pomodoma and, you know, the monument, and he leads us into the waters of this life and of this world, and we had to look at him as an example, right? And so I went then after into speaking about him being a very humble man. He was a religious first, a Jesuit, so he had vows of poverty, obedience, and chastity, and then when he became a bishop in Buenos Aires, and then a cardinal as well, he kept all that that style, that simplicity, that austerity, and he carried that out throughout his being a bishop.
As an Argentinian, and this Pope being from the Americas, what do you think that's going to do in terms of moving the church forward? How do you think that's going to move the church forward?
Well, there's a great amount, of course, of Latinos in the church at this moment, a great percentage. So I think it will be a call to faith, especially in this year of faith, to really look at Christ, look at the Holy Father, you know, and just reinvigorate our faith. Our connection with Christ, our friendship with Him, like a living practice of the faith. I think people will be more attentive towards the Holy Father and just feel like more connected, because he being from the Americas, it just like feels home. So.
And why was it important for you to hold this special Mass in his honor this morning, and why was it important for you to pray for him?
Because first of all, certainly it's a reason for rejoicing for the whole church. When we have a shepherd coming to lead us, all of us are excited, you know, that he's going to now be our guide, the one who will lead us, you know, towards Christ and Jesus. And we pray for him especially because we are all supposed to pray for the Holy Father, to pray for our parents, for instance, right? And so we pray for him, and also because yesterday when he was right there back in the Vatican, he did ask us to pray for him. So we are starting to follow his desires and his intentions.
All right, Father, thank you for talking to us this morning. And again, you know, there is a lot of excitement here on campus, as I'm sure there is churches all over the country, and especially here in San Diego. So I'm going to send it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Matt, thank you for that.
All right.